So you may be wondering, why does this look a little different, or why is this not the same kind of story that I've learned to put out there on this channel? Well, this is the first of, I don't know if it's many, but it's definitely the first of an impromptu shoot, impromptu video of something that I just can't wait and I'm very excited to put out. Last week we had shotgun microphones, which was very cool subject and everything like that. And let me know down in the comments if you watched that. If you haven't, I'll leave it on the back end of this video. What I have here is a new chair. And you've probably figured it out from the title of this video, but I got a new chair. Desperately needed it. And we're gonna build it and see if it's worth that $150, $175 mark. Before we get into this review and build of this chair, if you have any questions about the chair, comments about it or anything like that, if you have any experiences with this kind of chair or gaming chairs in general, leave it down in the comment section down below. You could ask me about it during my stream where you could see this chair. And every Tuesday and Thursday I'll be on this channel doing a little bit of gaming and things like that. We'll talk, converse, all that kind of stuff. And of course, if you found this video helpful, enjoyable, or anything, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing for more gear stuff and seeing this chair more often, because it's gonna be my regular chair now. So as you can see, I have the Blue Compass holding my Sennheiser MKH416 for audio, and if you probably noticed, I'm using a Sennheiser lab system as well. So I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between the two of them to give you an idea of how that sounds if you're planning on doing videos like this. Also, the other thing, how do you think I'm getting this? If you've seen my videos in the past, you know that is the Rode PSA-1 that I have a Canon 77D on with a plate underneath to convert those screws. Highly recommend that. If you want to see a video on that, just go subscribe and check the channel out. Also, if you want a comparison of the Blue Compass and the Rode PSA-1, that's another video I've done. There's also a video on the Blue Compass. All those videos are available right now, so all you gotta do is go check them out. But this video is about the RSP-110, I think, gaming chair. And it's about to save my back, save my butt. And that old chair is like sitting on cinder blocks. It's done me well, but I need to get rid of it because my back is killing me. So first off, we are going to be opening up the box and giving you a little tour of what it has to offer. That's a good smell. It's like new car in cardboard box. And let's get you a little bit closer, don't we? Oh, get a little cozy. I never would have thought to get an angle like this. This is actually a pretty cool angle. I'm also putting this boom arm to its limits. I'm gonna figure that one out too. Oh man. Oh, I feel like a pirate. Yarr. Oh, Jesus. After me booty, shiver me timbers. Yarg, yes, I'll be looking for the booty. It actually works pretty well. Oh, it's all gooey in the good way. Oh, good goo. Oh look, it's all blue. Oh, the feet. Hello, feet. If you're into feet, here you go. Okie dokie. Oh, yeah, you sexy beast. Oh, you sturdy girl, you. So now that you got all the pieces out, basically, we're gonna build this thing. All right, so first off, basically, this is the garbage, and we don't need that anymore because we have got everything out. Let's lay it all out on the floor. not cutting our Willy off with the knife. All right, so what we have here is a bunch of wheels. They seem pretty nice. Okay, first step done. It can roll now. It's like a little buggy. Get out of the way. Move. Okay, now for my next trick. Oh, we put the piston in. Which side goes first? From the picture, it goes like that, and it's resistant. It's not, there's no screw or anything. And this goes on top. So, arg matey, we are not going to be doing any, oh my God. Sweet Russian dolls. The top of the cone goes like that, okay. So as you can see, there's a bunch of tools here, and nuts and bolts and Allen wrenches. If you don't have any Allen wrenches, they're there. The next part is attaching the bottom to the, good Lord, not that, to this, to the butt part. Anybody who's a butt guy or butt girl, I mean, I suppose that's a thing too. Don't want to be leaving anyone out. All right, so this part right here, I can understand where people are coming from when they can't figure out how to do this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I just got to take your time. Take your time with it, it'll be fine. So those things point to the, when this is like that, the left side. Technically it's your right if you're sitting down on it, but right now it's on the left, those plungers. And then these line up with the holes. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to be putting screws in there, and we need M and J. We need Michael Jordan. So J is the washer and M is the bolt. Okay, so we got washers, we got some nuts, got long ones, short ones, all inclusive. They say the millimeters on these, so don't be too scared. It's pretty obvious of which ones are which, because there's 20 millimeters and 35 millimeters. So if you're outside of the United States, this makes sense to you. And if you're like me, who's worked on cars his whole life, it makes sense to me. Okay, where was I? What am I doing? Michael Jordan, there you go. The 20, so the shorter ones of the round heads, there's 6 of them. Okay, so you need a washer and you need a round head. And I'm gonna do this with the tools that they provide, just so you have an understanding of how it works. I do have a bunch of tools and Allen keys, so if you have that to make life easier, but cool. If not, then you can see that it can be done with what they give you. If you can see, there's a flat edge and then there's a shiny, more nice edge. That shiny edge is gonna go towards the head, and the flat, more rough edge is gonna go towards the chair. And then what you're gonna do here is you're just gonna start them. You're just gonna get them nice and in there, not tight at all, so you get it to just to the point where it touches, and you're gonna do it for every single one of them. Do it the same way. I would recommend going cross, so if you're ever doing your, like if you ever do a tire change, do one across from the other with the lug nuts. Same thing with this. Same thing with anything, so it gets on there evenly. You got 2 Allens. Start off with one of them, and you're gonna get, now that you got them finger tight, just touching, you can go around one more time and kind of take them home. It seems like there's a lot more hardware than is necessary. Ow! Yes, I bumped the camera. What are we gonna do about it? And then that slides on like that. Now, J, So the washer, the lock washer, 35s. So the shorter of the two. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, like I said, with those washers, towards whatever you're putting it on, that, the glossy side, goes to the side of the nut, the head of the nut right there. So to be more accurate, and if you have lock washers, this is what you're gonna do every time. The washer itself is gonna go on the bottom. The lock washer goes first, right at the base of the head, just like that. Followed by the washer with the glossy side up, like that. Do that for everyone. For this part, that right there is gonna be attached to this plate right there. So that to this. Don't expect an angle. I already went ahead and did like this, so you can follow along. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'll show you a picture. Okay, so you start off with the top one. Start off with the top nut. Make life a lot easier. Then you're gonna go get the next one. Make sure these flaps here, if you could see that, these flaps, make sure they're on the outside. They attach to the bottom part on the outside of it. Don't let them tuck in. And same thing with these. Just start them and then sock them home later. As you can see, we're just about 3/4 of the way done. For this part, we are going to need the K ones, which are the 35mm, and the knobs. Yes, knobs. So these right here, these holes here, line up with the holes on the sides here. Little nips. If you don't know me by now, then let's get to know each other. Me and my nip chair. So start off with the bottom one, because it's probably gonna be easier. Bring it into the point where it just gets into the hole. Then bring the other side up. And it gives you a little bit of flexibility to get the other one in place. Grab another one of those K 35mm, and you're gonna bring this in and sock her home. I got that one snug. Now this one's gonna be snug, and I'm gonna sock her home. Make sure these are tight, because these are your arms, so you'll be leaning on them a lot. Okay, and just repeat on the other side. Okay, that's done. And then these caps go on the ends to hide the heads. Caps look like this. So that is the Respawn 110 gaming chair. Definitely a nice upgrade for me. The chair that I've had for a long time, and it just finally wore out. It was a regular office chair, so it did me good, but it was time to let it go and get this. As far as I can tell, this is a week later. Lack of hair, pretty obvious. From a week's worth of using it, I have no complaints. I have little quirky little things that I don't necessarily like, but they're not like game changing. They're just little things I'm gonna get used to. Not something that's bad, it's just different. So just that opinion. I'm not saying it's gonna stay that way. I've known that certain things like this, they wear over time and they change, and maybe it's not as good, but if that does happen, or maybe I will just put out a video in a month or two and give you an update on how it's going. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked that video, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing for more videos that are coming out in the future. I will be putting out my full review of this chair later this week, and it will be going in depth with like the build and everything like that, of talking about it, not necessarily just building it. So keep an eye out for that. If you subscribe, you'll know exactly when it comes out. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you leave it down in the comments section down below. And if you want to ask me more directly, I stream on this channel every Tuesday and Thursday nights. Just play games, and I'll be happy to answer any questions there as well. All tongue-tied. It's really hot. So until next time, be safe, be kind, and I will see you next time.
Cozy.
It's very, very nice. We used to love it back in the world. Back when the world was a little bit smaller. No one will ever know that the U-boat ended up in the jungle.